the worst option is we actually have to head back into Colombia and try and find a vaccine.
No glasses.
Not a very good first impression of Ecuador.
Very anxiety-inducing. Today we are crossing the border from Colombia to Ecuador, but before we do, we have one full day scheduled in Ipiales to see the most beautiful building in South America.
This morning we jumped in a Colectivo from the terminal of Ipiales and it took us all the way here to the church. It's called Las Lajas. I may be pronouncing that wrong, but it's beautiful, yet not on many tourist tracks.
Like, the reason you come here is to cross the border. But if you're coming here, why not stop for a day and come and see this? Because this is worth it.
I would say it makes it worth it to come and go overland rather than flying. Like, you're gonna save some money and you're gonna see something that not many tourists see. It's just so incredible.
It really, really looks like something out of Harry Potter. There is also a cable car that you can get to come down here, but I don't know how much that is or where it picks up from. It looks like it goes really slow though.
Not only is the architecture insane, the whole area is like a forest. Like, there are multiple waterfalls here, really, really strong rivers running straight through, and apparently it's the stuff of legend. Way back in the 1700s, there was a mother and a daughter who were trying to shelter from a storm. The daughter did pass away and was miraculously resurrected here, and now stands on the point where she was resurrected, the church.
Apparently inside of the church, on the stone, there is a 100% natural depiction of the Virgin Mary. So we're gonna go find that now.
Try to get some breakfast?
Yeah, we've got so many stairs to go up.
Climb the stairs, get some breakfast, cross the border. We're all packed up. It's time to go to Ecuador.
Country number 5 for this year. Last year at this time, I think we were around country 11 or 12. Like, we are traveling so much slower this year than we were last year.
Made it to the Colombian-Ecuador border, and there are two very real things that could go wrong for us today. The first one is going in and out of Colombia. You're supposed to do a check mig, which is a form saying that you're coming in and checking your passport, and a form that you're going out. But we couldn't find anywhere that would let you do a land crossing on the way out. You could only do air, so we haven't done that. Don't know how that's gonna go. The second thing is you're supposed to require a yellow fever vaccine when you're going into Ecuador from Colombia. We tried really hard to get one, but we just weren't able to find it in the capital cities that we were. So, best option, it's nice and quick and we get through. Medium option, it takes a while, but we eventually get through. And the worst option is we actually have to head back into Colombia and try and find a vaccine. I really hope it's not that one. Obviously can't film in here, so we'll check in after. That was super easy. The line that we were in was only probably about a third for the capacity that it could be, and it took us about an hour to get to the immigration. But then once we were there, we went straight through. They didn't check the check mig at all. I'm starting to think that maybe they've gotten rid of it for land crossings, and that's why we couldn't select the border that we were crossing on. Either way, super, super easy. Got into Ecuador. The line for immigration in Ecuador was also really, really small, and we just got straight in, didn't ask us about yellow fever vaccine. The only thing they asked was what we do for work. I think now we're gonna try and figure out our SIM cards and get a bus or a taxi into Tulcan.
Sorry we didn't get much footage of the border crossing on the camera. I was very anxious. We'd heard a lot about how unsafe it was, and there was a bit of an incident when we were in the line to exit Colombia, and it just triggered my anxiety, which is fair enough, so I made sure to put the camera away. But now we're in a taxi on the way to Tulcan, and I'm feeling better. We started a timer as soon as we got in the line, and that whole process took an hour 15, which is really good, because we read a blog post for someone that took 10 hours to get through. Can you imagine? Ooh, hot tip, get there as early as you can. I'm pretty sure the border's open 24/7. We got there at 7:30, and I wish we got there earlier.
Fair morning when you come to the Tulcan bus station, it's a mess. There was about 30 people yelling at us and getting our bags out of the taxi for us. I said no gracias about 900 times and they just kept grabbing all our stuff. No gracias, no gracias, no gracias, no gracias, no gracias. Not a very good first impression of Ecuador. So you pay for your tickets to get to Quito, which is $7 US each, and then you get taken around to another window where you pay 25 cents each to get a ticket to get you into the terminal. But that ticket comes from the same office, it's just a different window.
Very anxiety inducing. If you, like me, don't like being yelled at and a lot of commotion happening, just be a bit mentally prepared, because I wasn't, and it took me by surprise.
The chairs are actually really comfortable and they've got USB ports and they're supposed to be Wi-Fi on the bus too.
They're really wide.
Yeah.
Like, look at all that space.
Not as much recline, but still not bad.
Yeah. We did an overnight bus last night and I think we're both broken. So sorry if everything doesn't make sense and words no mouth good. Yes sir, I'll make better mouth.
You got a professional talk good? I don't talk professional good? What am I saying wrong here?